Hey, what's up you guys, it's Jory and I'm back here with another video. So for today's video, I'm going to do my version or how I plan a trip to Walt Disney World. So as you can see, I have my laptop and I'm a journalism major at the University of Tampa, the school I attend, and I actually wrote a paper, full-on paper with pictures and everything of how I plan my trips to Walt Disney World. So let's get started. So step one is your money. Make sure when you're planning a trip to Walt Disney World that you are saving up as much money as you can. I'm not gonna lie, sit here and lie. Planning a trip to Walt Disney World is not something that goes easy on your funds. So definitely saving up your money is the best thing to do. What me and my sister and my family, what we do is we usually get a big pickle jar, mason jar, whatever big jar you can find, and we start to collect money over time. So then once it's close for us, close to the trip, we go and cash in that money, and that's extra money. That's extra money on top of other money that you have, that you can have for your trip to Disney. Our next step is step two. And that is, what kind of person are you? And I know you're like, what does that mean? When I mean by what kind of person are you, meaning are you good at planning stuff, organizing stuff, making up a whole trip of things to do and stuff that you and your family or whoever you're going with, what you guys would like to do while you're on the trip. This is a big key thing to me for when you're planning a trip, because if you're not a good planner or a good organizer, then you're literally just going to go to Disney and be like, okay, well, what do I do? Should we do this or should we do that? And you don't want to do that for the whole trip. So either if you have somebody who's coming along with you, or even they don't have to come along, even if you have somebody who's just good at planning and good at organizing, they can help you plan and organize a trip. And also another key thing, which is what I do most of the time, is please go to a travel agent. They will make your life 10 times easier when it comes to planning a Disney trip. Disney is huge. We all know that. 4 parks plus other parks plus little mini golf. Like, Disney has a lot to do. So going to a travel agent will save your life if you're not good at planning. I think that's the best thing to do, because they really, especially for Disney, they really help you book your fast passes, help you with your dining plans, help you on what to do. And especially if you go to travel agents that are specifically for Disney, that's like a godsend. They're literally angels. They're Disney angels, because they know a lot about Disney themselves. They took plenty of trips to Disney themselves, so they give you tips. Also tips and tricks of things, you know, what's good for this certain time of the day, what's good for kids, what's good for adults, what's good for, you know, the grandparents. You know, they will help you with all that. So travel agents, and it's great planners. Step 3, know when you're going. Of course, this is a big part. We all need to know when we're going to the most magical place on earth, but this is also a big thing for months. January, February, you know, your months of when you're going, because it might be you might have different wait times from going in June than from going in October. You know, you might have longer wait times in certain months. So I think it's best to always know when you're going and to always look up, because there's plenty of websites that have little pictures of the time when you should go and the time you shouldn't go. Step 4, know where you're staying. Most people, I mean, when you come to Disney, you don't have to stay on site. There's also off-site places too, but I know most people prefer to stay on site because they're closer and they don't have to drive as much, and because of the transportation that Disney offers, and as well as the different hotel amenities, and with, you know, the way the hotels are designed out. You know, most kids love to see the different designs and stuff that the hotels or resorts offer. So this is a big thing, a big key thing to know where you want to stay. Like, You can stay at All-Star Sports or All-Star Movies or the Caribbean or the Grand Floridian. Like, Disney has resorts for every age group. And even if you just want to be a kid again and you don't want to stay in, like, you know, the adult ones, as people call it, you can also stay at the kid-friendly ones, or the ones that the kids are most likely attracted to. So you have that wide variety of places to stay. Step 5, deciding on your park tickets and fast passes. This is a huge thing, because especially if you have big groups of people, like your whole family is coming or whatever, you want to know what days you're going to work, what days you're going to what parks, and what fast passes that you want to do, so you can already have that plan, so you won't wake up that morning and be like, oh, where am I going to? Now, granted, you don't have to have a day-to-day plan. Most people, they just kind of wake up and be like, oh, we're going to this park. But if you want to be organized and on track and have a routine, you know, then it's best to decide on your park tickets. If you're doing 2-day park hopper or 1-day park hopper, or anything, you know, it's best to know what days you're going to the parks, as well as what fast passes that you and your family or whoever's coming with you wants to do. Step 6, making your dining reservations. You can always book and plan your dining reservations 180 days up to before you check in. And they have different dining plans for you. They have your quick service dining plan, which offers you 2 quick service meals, 2 snacks, and 1 refillable mug. You have the regular dining plan, which is your 1 table service meal, 1 quick service meal, 2 snacks, and a refillable mug. And then you have your deluxe dining plan, which is 3 meals, which is a combination of your table service or your quick service, 2 snacks, and 1 refillable mug. So these dining plans, they have different dining plans for different families, amount of people. So they're definitely good for when you go to the park, because all you do is you have your magic band on your wrist, and when you want to go eat somewhere, you can just scan that, and that's your dining plan, and you're done. It's so simple, it's so easy. I will tell anybody if you're not a heavy eater, and you and whoever you're with do not eat that much, then I probably wouldn't suggest the dining plan to you. But I mean, it's probably would be easier, so you won't be spending a lot of money throughout the parks. But of course, if you have a big family, if you have kids, if you have a lot of people coming with you, then these dining plans would help you greatly. So take advantage of your dining plans. Step 7 is make a plan. And this kind of goes along with step 2 with, you know, organization and stuff. Make a plan. Make sure you have a plan. You do not want to spend a full day worrying about where you're going, what you're going to do, because that's just a full day wasted and you didn't do anything. So always have some sort of plan or itinerary of what you're going to do for each day of your trip. Now, if you suck at planning trips and that's just not your thing, there are a bunch of resources online that have their different itineraries of their day-to-day trip. And you know, some of them might have the big Excel spreadsheet of their hour by hour, and some might just have, this is what we do, sometimes we might do this, or you know, just a general gist of what they're doing. Either or, you can use this as a guide, you can follow step by step, or you can just make up your own. But granted, you have these resources online that will help you plan your trip. So here is the last and final step, and it is step 8, and that is prepare for the magic. You are weeks or maybe even days away from your trip. So how do you get yourself pumped up about your Disney trip? You do Disney things. You know, what I usually do is if I'm packing, I'll have my Disney tunes playing in the background, or you know, if I'm driving, I'll have my Disney tunes, you know, blasting through my speakers. Or you know, maybe I even watch a Disney movie. You know, you can always do this for your flight or car drive, or however you're getting to Disney. You can always do this on the way there as well. You can play your Disney music. You can also have Disney movies that you want to play, you know, for the trip down there, to pass by the time. Whatever you can do to make yourself excited, do it, because you are so close to this Disney trip, and what better way than to prepare for it is to just Disney yourself all out and just to be so excited about Disney. Well, there you have it. Those are my tips on how I plan my Walt Disney road trip. You guys are welcome to share your tips and tricks below in the comment section below. I'm all up for hearing it. You know, it can make me plan my Disney trips way better. So I'm always up for hearing it. So yeah, see you guys next week and see you real soon.